The bottom line is if I can't put out videos and I can't make money on YouTube, I can't pay my bills. Because YouTube thinks they're a television station, which they're not. They're completely idiotic in the fact that they actually judge the quality of a video based off of viewer engagement. And the better viewer engagement you have, the higher your videos will show up in the YouTube search engine. YouTube is telling me my views are down. Claims are illegal. There's no court of law that would ever grant full ad revenue for something for someone because there's a song in it. Maybe they grant partial, not full. So it's complete and utter bullshit. And it will never stand up in a court of law, but no one has the ability to sue YouTube over this, okay? YouTube is not responding with any kind of a valid answer. Nothing stands out to me here as what may be causing this. So I'm going to send this over to our monetization team to take a look at. If you'd like me to translate that into English for you, here's what that means. The same thing that I've said every single time that I criticize YouTube is true. YouTube is run by a bunch of people who are book smart. An actual application of that website, if something goes wrong, they are terrible at figuring out what it is because they're the ones who write the code. They're not the ones who use the code. We created a monster and we have no way to stop it, nor to even track it. If it goes wrong, oh well, fuck it, you're fucked. That's literally what that email says. That's what it's saying. They're inept at what they do. They can't solve problems. There's no problem-solving capabilities in their bodies. And that's ridiculous because that's not how you operate a major company. Literally, I sit here with my thumb firmly stuck up my ass. YouTube isn't good at what they do. YouTube determines who gets what ads based on this percentage. Now, first of all, I gotta say something about how fucking stupid this is. This is not how they think. They have the book smart. Book smart. So different from real life application. It really is. YouTube basically sucks. They don't do a good job when it comes to basically balancing their ad revenue budget. They don't have a consistent stream of advertisers that come in all year round. What they have are dips and then spikes. So during the holiday season, all the advertisers want to advertise their products because it's Christmas is coming up or whatever, and ad revenue is out the wazoo on YouTube. So you make a ton of money at the end of the year. But right now in the month of July, there's like no ad revenue to be had. I had more views so far in July than in May, but I made a third less money. So I worked just as hard, if not harder, this month than I did in May. I brought in more viewers on YouTube than I had in May, but I made a third less money because YouTube didn't do their job. They suck. It's like I said a million times. They're a bunch of fucking coders who sit behind desks, typing and crunching numbers and punching code, and they don't understand business. The entire website's automated with algorithms, and it fucks everybody over. And this is a month where everyone gets fucked. I love the fucking YouTube defense force that comes out to try to defend Google and YouTube. Oh, well, they can't possibly hire enough humans now to handle the capacity of the website. And what's your point? That's their fault. This would be like this. Let me give you some perspective because I'm so tired. I wish this guy would shut the fuck up. In fact, you know what? He can shut the fuck up for a second. I gotta say this because I'm so tired of people trying to defend them when they're completely fucking inept at business, alright? Any other business on the planet, if they did what Google and YouTube did with YouTube, would be lambasted, would be laughed, it'd be the laughing stock of the world. But because it's Google, they get a pass. When you open up a fucking restaurant, okay? I opened up a restaurant. Oh, but I only hired a skeleton fucking crew of people who don't know much about anything. They don't know anything about health code or laws. They don't know anything about, you know, how to properly make the food and make sure that it's safe for the people who come to my restaurant and eat it. We don't do any of that due diligence whatsoever. We just open the restaurant and the restaurant becomes incredibly popular, okay? Now, after the fact, because the restaurant's incredibly popular, we find out that all these things are fucked up. They're not adhering to health codes. They're not doing all that. Do we just give the restaurant a pass because they say, oh, because they're incredibly popular and they have such high amount of people and customers coming in, we couldn't possibly expect them to hire enough staff and enough health code people knowledgeable about the situation to come in and actually run the site legally. We can't expect that from them. No, the restaurant would be closed. But YouTube comes in, oh, we're going to have a website that just unlimited hosts whatever kind of content anyone uploads to it. No checks and balances.
No legality to it, no proper copyright checks or system, just the wild west of the internet. Everyone just come and upload whatever the fuck you want. Years later, oh my god, now it's hyper popular, and now there's no way we could possibly have enough staff to check the amount of videos that come in on a daily basis, so just give them a pass. No! Any other business would be shut down and say, get your shit straight, because you're violating tons of laws, you're doing it wrong, and therefore you need to hire enough intelligent staff and people to run your business properly. We're not going to just give you a fucking pass. For some reason, Google and YouTube get a pass, but any other business that does stuff wrong, they all get fucking violations and fucking fees and shit up the ass, but not Google. I just don't understand that. So it's probably honestly because Google is in the pockets of the politicians. They probably lobby and shit, and they pay our fucking senators and shit for their campaigns or whatever, so they get the pass. They don't get analyzed for having, you know, everything fucked up about their business and all that shit. Yeah, if you have no business sense in your fucking head, oh, they couldn't possibly hire enough staff to review all those videos. That's not my problem. That's their problem. They created a business with no regulation and no adherence to laws whatsoever. They created the monster. They now need to stop the monster and or fix the monster. You can't just give them a pass. Oh well, they irresponsibly opened a business and became popular. They don't have to adhere to laws. No, fuck that. They do. Alright, here come the trolls.